What's happened?
Alright, what's up? So last time we made a front lip for the front bumper for the car. And so if you haven't seen that yet, make sure you check that video out. And today we're going to go on to making the side skirts. When we last left off, I did not have any side skirts on the car. And so we're going to fill that space in today. Alright, so without further ado. Alright, let's just get going with this. My name is Yoon and this is Isabel version 5, Yoonicorn. For this part, or parts for both side skirts, I'm going to start off by making a mold. Unlike the front lip where we made a template for it and basically overlaid the carbon fiber onto it. For this particular parts, I made a mold and basically a female mold, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to inlay carbon fiber into the mold. The mold's made out of corrugated plastic. If you don't know what that is, it's similar to like a cardboard box. Cardboard boxes are made out of corrugated cardboard, so it's basically the same thing but plastic. So I apply the resin into the mold and then start inlaying layers of carbon fiber, then more resin on top, then more carbon fiber, then so forth. For these parts, I decided to use the 1x1 plain weave. So I mentioned before that the plain weave that I received for this order was a lot more rigid and stiffer than what I've used previously and compared to the 2x2 tool weave. And I thought that this would actually be very useful in this case because the side skirts that I'm building, they're very plain, and I guess in a sense this plain weave will actually be a lot easier to work with when inlaying it into the mold. So because this is a big part and the resin does tend to dry a little quick, I was only able to do about 2 plies. So I'm going to let that dry first, and once it dries, I'm going to add more resin and carbon fiber so I can reinforce it. Usually when you're working with reinforcements, they actually have a material made for reinforcing carbon fiber. In my case, I do not have that material, I did not order any, and I'm just going to continue adding more carbon fiber and resin. So once the part's released from the mold, I'm going to remove it, and then I'm going to apply some tape to draw out some guidelines that I can use to cut off any kind of excess. And before I actually started cutting this, when I was drawing out the guidelines for the cut, I actually did place the side skirts up against the car to measure to see exactly what parts I need to cut off and what parts I should keep so that they will fit. So I decided to use an 1/8 inch thick aluminum flat bar in which I'm going to bend in order for me to make brackets so I can attach the side skirts to the chassis of the car, and use some plastic clips to hold them in. So once the brackets are connected to the side skirts, I'm gonna take the side skirts and attach the side skirts to the chassis of the car using the brackets, in which the brackets will be screwed to the chassis. So once we finish making one side, we go on to making the opposite side. And if you don't know me, I do hate doing the same thing twice. And just for reinforcement, I did take some 040 aluminum and I did bend it so I could build a rail that goes right under the door of the car, in which the side skirt will sit on. So once the brackets are attached to the chassis of the car, we go on to the door jamb where I have that rail, and we're going to screw the side skirt onto that rail. So the side skirt parts, they do need a little bit of body work and a little bit of sanding, but probably not as much as the front lip, and we'll end up getting back to that once we actually start getting into the full body work of the car. And you may realize that the side skirts are really boring and really plain. I do know that, but I am just going to leave them this way. I did plan on putting some contours into the side skirts, but eventually ended up not doing so. And one of the reasons why I actually left the side skirts so plain is because once the full fender kit is done, they are going to extend onto the side skirts, so it will end up adding some more detail to the side skirts. And so for the side skirts, that's done for now. So if I'm honest with you, that wasn't the most interesting part to make for this car, or for any car for that matter. I know that the side skirts were pretty plain and boring, but they are what they are, and for now, that's how they'll be. Eventually, they'll end up looking better, hopefully. And so that's all for now. Next time I will have something a little bit more special, so make sure you like and subscribe for more to come. And for updates or to check out my past builds, or if you have any questions, make sure you follow me or hit me up on IG at emi.yoon. And that's all for now. So as always, thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys next time.